comes to Western narrative adventure RPGs, it's easy to accept what we're used to from the genre and move on. However, then comes Obsidian Entertainment with their newest entry in the genre, The Outer Worlds, which teaches us not to flatline our expectations for this genre. Across space and onto mysterious new planets, I truly felt a sense of discovery that I have been craving for a long time.
Score one for Felix.
The Outer Worlds opens not on Earth, but on a human colonized system of planets. Sadly, times are hard for the citizens of this colony, and that's clearly shown in the opening mission of the game. After being set free from a frozen sleep, the player sets off on a journey that they must shape on their own. Across planets, massive spaceships, and asteroids, players will need to conclude what is best for the colony. The opening mission has players learn about facing substantial narrative choices as it prepares them for the tasks ahead. Choosing sides or trying to bring peace isn't easy either, and none of the options ever are. Throughout the game, it's easy to spot where the crossroads happen, but then the game throws a curveball at you, and it's up to the player to use the information available to make what they think is the right decision. I don't want to ruin anything about the story for players because it's just so damn good. The writing here is some of the best RPG storytelling I've ever experienced. Each action has a consequence, whether it's heavy or not, but it's up to the player to shape what that is. Exploration is everything in the Outer Worlds. Nothing goes unrewarded when the player takes the time to talk to NPCs or look around. From hidden caves to new quest lines, everything is here for the player to have the adventure that they want. Patience is also required to receive new quests. NPCs don't give players quests who are willing to speak with them and learn more about their situation. It creates a relationship between the character and the world that makes the journey memorable. However, the player isn't alone in this adventure. Over time, companions will join the group. These companions aren't just there to help in a fight, they are complex and have their own goals to be discovered. It's possible to get closer to them through their side quests, but what's more interesting is how the other crew members also become closer to each other. This dynamic makes the entire adventure feel like a new season of Firefly, and even though there's a severe mission ahead of the crew, they still stop to enjoy the little things. Players can visit new planets and colonies by way of their spaceship, the Unreliable. This ship also has its own personality through an AI computer known as Ada. Ada is an excellent addition to the game, and those who spend more time talking with her will probably benefit because of it. Quests in the game aren't your typical fetch variety, although there are those quests available. There are multiple ways to do everything, and it's up to the player to figure it out. Enemy and types in the game are pretty lacking though. This could be because you are only limited to a few explorable places in the game. There are creatures, robots, and of course other humans that players will fight. Encounters can be complicated at times, but the game isn't stingy when it comes to supplying the player with ammo and equipment needed to get through anything thrown at them. To a fault, there is almost too much ammo in the game. I rarely ran out, and when I did, I had other powerful weapons equipped with 2,000 plus ammo available at my disposal. This is from my experience on the normal difficulty setting, but there are survival difficulties available to players who wish for a more tactical experience of getting through this world. Weapons and equipment in the game are unique and don't get too complicated at any point until you get to the science weapons. However, the level of customization isn't too deep, which makes it accessible, yet a little bare bones. It's nice to say that the shooting felt responsive and accurate. To make things even better, there's even a slowdown ability that lets you line up a perfect headshot to start a battle. There aren't too many faults in this game, but with all the missions available, I wish organizing missions was a little easier. Some quests have multiple things the player needs to do, but this is only shown when you highlight the mission, which meant that I wasn't always sure how close I was to completing a task that had 5 steps. Also, some missions are tied to your skill level, which includes the final mission, and this might cause some frustration to players who haven't leveled up a specific skill. Presentation in the Outer Worlds is straight out of a sci-fi movie. The game borrows many elements from Battlestar Galactica, Firefly, Star Wars, and mixes it all up into this unique world. There's plenty of new ideas introduced here by the developers, but they do keep it close to a space opera. However, given that the level of detail and world building that they've put into it, everything about this adventure feels brand new. Leveling up provides some exciting features. Players are given skill points that can level up certain areas of a character. Once that reaches level 50, skill points can be given to a specific area within that group. It allows for some fine-tuning of the character's playstyle and forces you to put time into where you add these points. There's also perks available after every level that make surviving and dealing damage a lot more manageable. Companions also gain levels and have specific abilities exclusive to them that can be added as perks.
Please step away. This entry... Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry. Now let's see.
The Outer Worlds offers so much to the player, and I feel like this is simply the product of a developer who enjoys creating these stories. Obsidian understands this genre and knows how to create scenarios in a world that's easy to care about. Each moment felt unique to me, which is what I look for in a narrative RPG like this one. Although some elements of the game are almost too straightforward on normal difficulties, The Outer Worlds offers a lot to any player looking for a compelling adventure, no matter how big of a fan you are of the genre. Everything the player does leads to an epic conclusion, but the little battles along the way have a lasting impact as well. This game is more than just a beautiful space opera, it's a real RPG adventure that has finally brought this genre to a new height. Noisy Pixel is giving The Outer Worlds a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.